Today's topic is an ode by John Keats. An ode is a address to somebody or a thing. Ode to autumn. Basically, autumn is the symbol of death. Stanza 1. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round thee doth even run, to bend with apples the most cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the gore, to swell the gourd, and plump the hazel shells with a sweet kernel, to set budding more, and still more later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has o'er breathed their clammy cells. Stanza 2. Who hath not seen thee oft amid thee store? Sometimes whoever seeks abroad may find thee sitting careless on a greenery floor, thee hair soft lifted by the winnowing wind, or on a half-wreathed furrow sound asleep, drowsed with the fumes of poppies, while the hoop spares the next swath and all its twinned flowers, and sometimes like a gleaner dost keep steady the laden head across a brook, or by a cedar press, with patient look thou watchest the last oozings hours by hours. Stanza 3. Where are the songs of spring? Ay, where are they? Think not of them, thou hast thy music too, while buried clouds bloom the soft dying day, and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue. Then in a woeful choir the small gnats mourn among the river shallows borne aloft, or sinking as the light wind lives or dies, and full-grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourne. Hedge crickets sing, and now with tremble soft the red-breast whistles from a garden croft, and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. Critical appreciation. Introduction to Autumn was the last of Keats' odes. It was published in 1820. It has been remarked most English great poems have little or nothing to say. W. J. Bate has said, "For no other poem of the last 2 centuries does the classical critical vocabulary proves so satisfying." To Autumn has something to say, that it is an ideological poem whose very form expresses a national idea and a new stage in consciousness, what Keats himself once called the gregarious advance and grand march of intellect. According to Keats, I look not for happiness if it is not in the present hour. Nothing startles me beyond the moment. And how beautiful the season is now! How fine the air! A temperate sharpness about it really, without joking. Chaste weather. Thine skies. I never liked stubble fields so much as now. I better than the chilly green of spring. Somehow a stubble plain looks warm. This struck me so much in my Sunday's walk that I composed upon it. In England, autumn is the real season of mist and mellow fruitfulness. In autumn, the mist get gathered on grounds or wet places in the mornings and evenings, so it is the close friend of hot sun, which ripens the grown fruits in large quantity. It is important that the autumn is the season of plenty. Development of thought. Stanza 1. First stanza describes the beauties and beauties of autumn, since it is a season of mellow fruitfulness. Stanza 2. Autumn gets personification in the second stanza. It has been personified under four pictures, for example, the harvester, the tired reaper who is sleeping in the midst of his reaping, a gleaner, a cider press squeezes juice out of fruits. Stanza 3. In this stanza, the poet shows that autumn stands far above spring. To Autumn is a poem of sublime climate. It ripens wheats as well as fruits. What is grown here? This produce of the air. Autumn is clearly a mood as well as a season, yet mood and weather have an atmosphere of changeableness, artistic elegance. Each stanza is so equal in its poetical weight, so loaded with its own harvest that is less in natural than a poetic state. It is a mood matured by the poem itself. Keats has the interesting habit of interpreting pictures as scenes from a magic window of this kind, imagination's truth. In Keats' poetry, structure implies, first of all, the possibility of categorical shifts, of crossing into genre, and even out of ordinary human consciousness. It is a very nearly perfect piece of style. In short, it is a masterpiece of John Keats.